I'm not going to be doing all the talking. I'm not going to be the one that will do all the talking. I'm going to be interviewing one of our students that took the IELTS test recently and that got a very good score. She got a score of, let me check my phone. Let me be sure. Let me be sure of my figures. She had a very good score. She got a score of coming 7.5 overall. 7.5 overall, which is good by all standard. 7.5. But what impressed me most is her listening score. She got 9.0. She got band 9.0 in IELTS listening. Okay? So usually whenever any of my students gets 8.5 or 9.0 in any of the module, listening, reading, writing, or speaking, I like to interact with them to find out how they did it. What did they do? Okay? What strategies did they apply? How did our training class help them with the scores? I mean, with achieving that particular score. So, ladies and gentlemen, our IELTS, I call her IELTS Crusher of the Month. Our IELTS Crusher of the Month. Her name is Moyosade. Moyosade. So, Moyo, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Can you hear me, Moyo?
Good evening, coach.
Yeah, good to hear your voice. International voice. How are you doing today now?
Very well, thank you. I'm just
Very
getting
well.
home now, actually.
Beautiful. You said what?
Yeah, I'm just getting home.
Oh my
Lagos
God, you're
traffic.
just getting home from work. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
It is well. God is your strength. So let me start by congratulating
Amen.
you. Congratulations on your result.
Thank you.
So let me start with this question. I always like to start with this question. Is this your first time of
Okay.
doing IELTS or have you done IELTS before?
No, this is my first time home.
This is your first time. Wow. So or let's say this
This
was
is my
your first
first
time
time.
because you've
Yes.
done it already. So it's in the
This
past.
was my
So
oh, this was my first
this
time.
was your first attempt. And let's say this is your final
Yes.
attempt. By God's grace.
By the grace
Yeah,
of God, yes.
you'll be able to use it before it expires. You'll be able to use it. You'll be able to
Amen.
get whatever it is you want to get done with it. So we're going to be looking at what you did and maybe what you did not do. All right. And how you were able to get this result. So, like I said earlier on, you had 9.0 in listening. And then other module.
Yes.
The lowest module was, I think, writing, 6.5. But then let's see, before
Yes.
the exam, what was your goal? What was your target? What were you expecting that, okay, this is what I want to get in my exam? Did you set any target for yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Actually, I felt like I was scared of reading. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, if I could get maybe a band nine, like two band nines, then
Oh,
maybe one band 8.5
okay.
or 8,
Okay.
then I'm good to go. But everything just came as a shock. The
As a
least I
shock.
was even expecting was the one that even got the highest.
So you were expecting a lower score in listening.
Yes,
Wow. And then you got the highest score. Why were you
the
expecting a lower
highest.
score in listening? What happened when you were doing the listening?
Yeah, should I just say, you know how this their intonation, the way they speak.
Hmm.
So I was like, I hope I will not be confused. Because, okay, this is what I first did. I had to start listening to how they read their ABC. Because how we did ours is different. How we
Okay.
pronounce our ABC is different from
Okay.
how they usually do their own. So I had to start cramming the way they pronounce their alphabet.
Okay.
So with that, okay, and I was like, okay, at least I've tried this one. Then if anything should happen, then I'm good to go.
Okay. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. So for the listening, let me ask this question. For the listening, Did you do
Okay.
guesswork for any of the answers? Did you maybe write an answer that you are, I'm not sure of this answer, but let me just pick it. Did you do any guesswork for any answer?
Guess what? No, because it's like 1001 attentive. Like I was so engrossed in my listening. They even told us that you will not be listening to this test twice. So I
Hmm.
know that I only have one chance.
Okay.
So I gave it my utmost at like attention
So
because we were so many
in the exam
in the
hall,
exam hall. Maybe it was because it was on a weekend on Saturday. So we were like around 40 plus.
wow. Was it computer based or paper based?
Yes, computer based.
Okay. So everybody had their own headset connected to their computer. That's what they did for you.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Then let me ask, for the sake of people who are thinking of computer-based, let me be sure that people are listening to, people are hearing me. Please, if you are hearing me, I want you to drop a chat. Those of you who are with us in this meeting, if you can hear me, if you can hear us, please drop a chat, drop a message in the Zoom chat. Let me know whether you are hearing. Let me know whether you are hearing. Just type in the chat box. I am hearing you loud and clear because somebody is writing here that I can't hear anything. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Amazing Grace, thank you. Anuluapo, thank you. Angela, thank you. All right, Bianca, very good. Thank you. All right, so let's move on, Moyo. So, Moyo,
Okay, sir.
this is what I want to ask. I'm not sure. I want to find out, do you think that the listening that you did is different from the listening that other people in your exam hall did, or do you think it's the same? Can you answer that question?
Ah, we're using earphone.
Headphones. Yes.
So yeah, the lady sitting beside me by my left,
Yeah.
she was writing general.
Okay.
The one sitting by my left was writing general also. So like three
You
people
did you did
on my
academic,
row.
right? You did academic.
Yes, I did academic. Yes.
Okay.
So the others, because I had to peep. I had to peep. Maybe they will even give us same. Maybe they will give us same thing. But I had to say, okay, this one is doing general. This one is doing general. Then the one at my back, all of them, like five of them, they're all doing general. I was like,
General.
it seems I'm on my own. Oh, yes. So
Wow.
like I'm amongst them, like seven people that I picked. I was the only one doing academic.
Okay, okay. So you did not interact with
Yes.
them after the exam to ask to know what they asked them or something.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Because like I did not. I did not. I
Okay.
did not. Because everybody
Okay.
was just so tense.
Okay. All right. Because sometimes I feel that for computer-based, the questions are different. That's what I feel. I'm not sure. Yeah, I still want to confirm. I feel like in the same exam, it's possible that they will have maybe
Eh,
6 or 7 different sets of questions, type A, type B, type C, type D, or something like
but
that.
what I actually noticed was that like, I don't know if it's like different sets if they arrange it differently,
Okay.
but like what I listened to was not what the other lady sitting by my left
Was
was
listening
listening
to.
to.
Yeah, so there might be some
Yes,
differences.
because I could hear like some distinct voice from my earpod
From my
from
own
my
experience.
earphone.
Okay.
Yes, so
Okay.
it was different for what I was listening to.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to another thing now. So let's look at your preparation. So you took the exam on February. When did you take the exam? January or February?
February 22nd, no,
You
February
took your
February
exam February
22nd.
22nd, 2025. Am I
Yes,
right? 2025.
yes,
So it's fresh from the oven. Your result
yes,
is fresh from the
freshly
oven.
baked.
Now, when did you start preparing for IELTS?
Ah, okay. The truth of the matter is, IS has been in my bucket list since 2019.
Since 2019, you had the intention of taking
Yes,
IELTS. Okay.
yes. I was like, okay, let me just try and just see. But later I was like, what do I want to use IS to do? Then I should just leave it.
Hmm.
Then 2019, I was so serious with it. But later I was like, see, let me just then I started working. Then I had to just leave everything. Everything just everything was just went by.
Okay.
So I started again in was it October or November when I registered for the class.
Okay.
Though I've been listening to some of your free classes. Yes, I've been attending
Okay,
some of your free
you joined
classes.
our class October what? October 2024.
No, 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 20. Yes, the free class.
You've been in the free class since 20
Is it the
when?
free class or the paid?
No, the paid class. I'm talking about
The
the
free
paid class.
class, I think. No, the paid class was late last year, either
Okay.
October or November.
Okay, you joined the paid class October last year. When did you join our free class? When did you join
Yeah.
our free class? Do you remember?
Ah, it's been a while, oh. It's
It's
been a
probably
while.
you are probably one of the first set of students that joined our free class, maybe 2020 or 2021.
Maybe, maybe.
Very likely. But
Though
then
I was
you
I
now
like
joined.
I would just like breeze in, breeze out. Because
Okay.
I was not serious with it. I was like, okay, let me just have an idea of maybe what they are doing.
What they are
Let me
doing
just
there.
have an idea. Let me just have an idea. Yes.
Okay. So last year you now decided, okay, let me go in full throttle. Let me go for paid
Yes.
class and
Full
participate.
force. Let me
All
just
right.
do it.
So let's look at what's it called? We are going on with the preparation. So for your listening,
Okay.
how many listening tests did you do? Did you practice before your exam day? How many? Do you know the
Ah,
number?
hey, there are many. Oh. I can't like I'm just doing it like I just want as many as possible. I can't even count, but I know it's more than 20.
More than 20.
I'm very sure it's even more than yes, it's even more than 30 self.
More
Because
than
I was
30.
just doing series. I was just doing series of listening
You
tests.
were just practicing the
Like
listening. Hmm.
I was just practicing. Like I don't stop at all.
Hmm. But what I recommend for people basically is 60 full listening tests. 60. This is what I found out. This is what I found out, ladies and gentlemen, everybody listening to me. It is not possible for you to do 60 full listening tests, practice full listening tests, and score less than 7.0. It's not possible. It's not possible. If you practice 60, if you join our classes, you participate in our classes, and you now do 60 full listening tests, your listening score can never be less than 7.0. Let all the witches in Nigeria be chasing you. It can't be less than 7.0. It's not possible. Yeah, I'm telling you that now. So please, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I've proven. I've tested it over and over and over. That's the rule. Okay? Some people will do 40. Some people will do 30. Some people will do, usually the minimum is between 25 and 30. And the reason is that the more you practice IELTS listening, the more you get used to how these guys talk. The more your brain gets used to how they talk, the more you're able to identify paraphrases and vocabulary. Okay? And when you do IELTS listening and you get good scores, your morale will be boosted. You will be feeling good about yourself. You want to do the other questions. Moyo, am I right?
Yes.
Your morale will be boosted. So listening is like the easiest module to practice. I think you think so. That's what I feel.
Yes. It's the easiest. Seriously. Like I feel comfortable with listening.
Listening. Yeah. You just
Yes.
do it and then
I
you
feel
check,
comfortable
you
with
mark, and then you
listening.
can move on to other things. So please, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
let us create time to always practice IELTS listening. Even if you are not yet in our paid class, if you are just in the free class, we post listening exercises every day. Create time to do those, to solve those questions. Even if it's 10 questions you can do, just do something. Test the waters. Test the waters. Gradually, you get to a point where you can solve all the 40 questions, and then you begin to see that these IELTS can actually be handled. It's something that you can handle. All right, now, Moyo, let's look at another thing. Did you have a study
Okay.
partner? Did you have somebody that you were practicing and studying with?
Yes, I had a study partner, Ayomide, but because of the nature of her job,
Okay.
like she's a nurse, so it's
It was
kind
not
of
very available.
difficult. So I had to motivate myself.
Hmm.
I had to ginger myself by myself.
Now, let's talk
Yeah,
about that. That's a very important thing. You have to motivate yourself. Please, I want you to
by
tell people,
myself.
how can people motivate themselves? Because so many people find it hard to do that. I was still talking to somebody
Ah,
today about that issue of motivation.
you,
So,
like you just have to set standard for yourself that okay, with the fact that Nigeria is even stressing you, number one, you shouldn't allow anything to stress you.
hmm,
Just do whatever you want to do. Just do it once and for all.
okay.
Anything you set, even apart from even IELTS, whatever you want to do, that you set your mind at, just do it. Put in all your best, like
Best.
everything. Put in your all. Don't listen to side talk that okay, this person is maybe this person has failed in this particular thing, or I heard someone won't make it, stuff like that. Don't allow that to just bother you or to just stress you. Just yeah, you say you are enough. One man soldier, one man mopu. You are enough. Like you are very, very enough.
You
You
have
can do
you have
anything,
you
whatever.
have all
Whatever
it
you set your
takes.
all, you have all it takes. That's
Yes.
just it. That's just the summary of everything. You have all it takes. So just go for it. Don't
Mm.
listen to side talk at all.
All right. Okay. Let's move to IELTS reading. IELTS reading. How did you handle IELTS reading? What was your secret? What was your strategy?
IX reading. Hell, IX reading stressed me.
It
Why
stressed
stress
you.
IX reading?
Yeah.
It stressed me.
That's really
Why?
stressed you.
And,
Which
and it
which
was because of
which question type
vocabulary.
was the most difficult for you for IELTS reading?
It was should I say, is it matching headings? Yes.
Matching headings.
I
Okay.
yes. I have like two sets.
Hmm.
Two sets in the exam. Yes. I had two sets.
Wow. That's a
And
lot.
luckily, yes. Luckily, like I listened to your advice that we should practice matching all those true false not given. We should practice as much as possible. I have a true false not no, I have true false not given. I have two sets also. I have a gap filling two sets.
Mm-mm.
But that's matching, yes, yes, like
They
it
really
was
they
back
really
to back.
bombarded you. Two sets of true false
They
not
dealt with
given too.
me. Yes. Like
Wow.
it even got to a certain point that I had to start translating it to my dialect,
Yeah.
to Yoruba language.
To be able to understand the meaning.
Yes, what they are trying to say. Because I was
Wow.
like, this thing I'm on my own, no. I'm on my own. Like, okay, if you read this sentence,
Hmm.
I will now translate it. Okay, is this what they are trying to say? Like,
To
I'll
your
check the
language.
vocabulary, then translate the vocabulary to like a simpler one, then
Hmm.
change it to Yoruba. Then with
Now,
that, yes.
now let me ask, did you answer all the 40 questions on the exam day?
Yes, I did. I did, and I even have time.
You add extra
I had
time.
time. I had extra time. Yes, I had extra time to go over it, to go over
Okay.
all the questions again. And
Um,
lucky for me that I even had that extra time, because I know that if I did not have that time, I won't score what I scored.
hmm. Let me go back
But
a little
later
bit
I noticed that okay.
to the issue of computer based because some people have mentioned this before. Did you notice whether anybody had issues with their computer on that exam day? Maybe there was network problem for any of the candidates in your exam, or did you notice?
No, there was no network issue.
Okay, because for me,
There was no network issue. There was no light issue. There was nothing.
everything was
Everything was
perfect.
just like everything was just going smoothly. Like it's just
Hmm.
you and your
And your
seats.
computer. Very good. So
Yes.
these are things I tell people that it's not likely you will have network problem when you are doing computer based. It's not
No,
likely your
no, no,
computer
no,
will have issues. It's not that thing. It's not
no.
likely to happen. The only issue is if you don't know how to navigate on a computer, then there can be problem because it's not likely the invigilation.
It's even simpler. To me, I will always recommend computer based. Seriously.
Oh,
With
you
this,
recommend
so
computer based.
I would recommend computer based because I didn't mean it was a paper based. I would like still be flipping through pages upon pages upon pages. But
Oh,
with computer, the question is on one side, the passage is on one side, so
oh,
you can
so
easily move from one place.
for
Yes,
another, you don't need to be flipping through the computer
yes.
screen.
No. You don't need to flip. It's just on the same page.
So just like this,
Yes,
my screen now, that one on the left side,
yes.
you have your passage. On the right side, you have the question.
You have your question.
You just be clicking the correct answer. Click the correct answer.
Yes,
And then when you
yes.
finish everything, are you the one that will submit or the computer will submit itself?
The computer will submit by itself because there is a time.
That's good. That's good. That's
There
good.
is a
So,
time.
so
Yes.
that's good. All right. So when you were practicing your reading, did you practice with a CBT, IELTS CBT software? How did you do your practice?
I practice with paper based though.
You practice with
I
paper
do
based. You use the PDF files
paper
that I
based.
gave you guys.
Yes, I printed it out
Wow. You printed out the
because I know that
questions and you practiced on paper.
yes, yes,
And
because
then
I know I'll be distracted.
on the exam day, did they give you paper to write?
No, it's just by biro. It's just a pen or whatever you're calling it. It's just biro. They
So
will
if
give
you
you one
want,
sheet of paper like this, like one is not even over like maybe 3/4. Just one small something like that,
okay,
and they
they
will
give you
even
a
collect
small
it
piece
back.
of paper.
Yes,
Okay. So that in case you want to jot something down or maybe anything.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right. So, what's it called now? So for reading, you answered all the questions. You had extra time to go
yes,
through one or two questions
yes,
to make some corrections, and you were
yes.
sure of all your answers, or did you do guesswork for any answer? Is there any answer you were not sure of?
It's that matching matching questions that I was not sure of. And luckily, I listened to your advice because my first set of questions, number 1 to 5, was true, false, not given.
Okay.
So, like, I knew I was just wasting too much time on that number one. Number two, like, I don't know if it was true or it was false. So, like, that, your voice just came into me that go and check if there is gap filling question and solve that first.
Thank you
And,
very
like,
much for that.
that
You
voice
left the
came
gap,
like
you left the true
like
false
three
not
times.
giving.
I left everything. Like I had to go to number 1 to 40. I said it for the all the gap filling, solved
Huh.
everything. Then I now go back. Yes, and I
Hmm.
started going back. Yes,
Now
that was what I did.
let me say something here for the sake of people who are joining us for the first time, people who have not really attended our classes. Let me just give this. This is like a free tip. Some people like to ask me questions. Please give me a tip. Give me a tip. My exam is tomorrow. This, and that. This tip I want to give you is a very important and powerful tip, but you should have practiced it before the exam day. There is an order to follow in answering questions. And if you follow that order, you have a greater chance of being able to answer all the questions. The first question type to answer is gap filling questions. Always start with gap filling questions. Okay? Then after that, you move to what we call true, false, not giving questions. Then move to what we call matching features questions. Then move to what we call matching statements or matching information. Okay, that's number 4. That's the fourth type to solve. Then after matching information, you move to matching headings. Matching headings, then if you have, there's one they call matching sentence endings. If it's there, you can do it next. Matching sentence endings. And then finally, you now do multiple choice questions. This is usually the last one to do, multiple choice, because it is time consuming. It is crazy. It's always, complicated. So leave it for the
Yes,
last. This is the order for solving questions. Some people asked me one time, they said, should I start with passage 3 since passage 3 is the hardest? And I said, no, don't start your life with the toughest battles of life. Start life with the easiest battles. What is the easiest battle in IELTS? Passage 1. Start your IELTS with passage 1. Solve passage 1, finish it. Try and spend about 10 minutes on passage 1. That's what I recommend. Train yourself to solve passage 1 in 10 minutes. Then after that, move to what? Passage 2. Okay, that one you can spend maybe 15 minutes. Practice spending 15 minutes on passage 2. Okay, and then finally you do what you do passage 3. Passage 3. Okay, that one you can spend about 25 minutes on that one. Then you now have extra 10 minutes. Use the remaining 10 minutes to do what? To cross-check your work and make corrections, make necessary corrections. All right? So, and I think that Moyo, you said you cross-check, you had time to cross-check your work and you made some corrections.
yes,
That's
yes,
that's that's
yes.
that's the thing. When you try and maximize your time, you follow this order. All right. So please, ladies and gentlemen, these are things that will help you. These are things you practice doing. You practice doing this before the exam. Not that on the exam day, the exam day will be the first day you practice doing this thing I'm writing, I've written here. No, 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 no. Do it before the exam, 2 weeks before the exam, 3 weeks before the exam. Train yourself, get used to it. Get used to it. So that on the exam day, it's going to flow naturally. It's going to just flow naturally. IELTS reading should not be a difficult thing. So, once again, congratulations to you, Moyo. Now, let's talk about IELTS writing. The biggest challenge that many people have expressed when it comes to computer-based IELTS writing is the typing thing, how they type fast. So let me start with this question. Moyo, can you type fast?
I'm not that fast too.
You're not that fast.
Because I was hearing like the guy at my back, like I was so should I say I don't even know what's used to qualify. I was so ashamed of myself. Like I could hear his speed.
She was typing faster than you.
It was like perfect. I was like, but the keypad was all this olden days keypad, not laptop. Yes, that was soft. So that one, the keypad they gave us was not soft.
Okay,
like all
hold on.
yes,
hold on, Moyo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a break now. Please just click the link and join again. Just click the link and join the meeting again. We are going to come back after, once we join again, we're going to come back and we're going to finish the interview. All right? Let's just take this short break. We'll be back in a few. How long have you been using computer, Moyo?
Okay. I use computer for work.
Okay, you use computer for work. Now, I like that your response. Most of my IELTS students are nurses. Okay, and I believe that majority of nurses today use computers to input patients' data. That's what most of them tell me.
Yes.
So they use computer at their workplace to input patients' data. Most people have computers at home. It's not rarely will you see somebody that doesn't have computers at home. So most people have computers at home. Okay. Now, the issue now is what? Practice. Because if you say, how can I be fast? The people that are fast with typing did not become fast on day one. They became fast because they were what? They were practicing. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid of typing your essay on the exam day and saying that you will be slow. No, 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 no. If you train yourself and you practice typing before the exam day, your speed will improve moderately. It might not improve and become extremely fast. Somebody is asking a question, what is a word per minute? That's not the issue, ladies and gentlemen. That question is absolutely unnecessary. If she wants to know a word per minute, she will probably need to go to a website and type, and then the website will tell her what a word per minute is. But this is my point. Please don't miss my point. My point is that you can do computer-based and you need to what? Practice typing essays on the computer so that you can be able to do your computer-based. And this thing cannot be overemphasized because they are going to end paper-based. British Council and IDP will end paper-based tests on April 30. By May, there's nothing like paper-based again. So whether you like it or not, you have to do computer. There is no other way around it except you go to another country to do your IELTS test. So the thing now is what? Go and sit down with your computer and begin to practice. Practice typing. Practice typing. Okay? Practice typing your essays. You get the essay question and then you practice typing. And you within a few weeks, you are going to improve. Your job is to type 250 words in 40 minutes. No matter how slow you are. Now, let's even do this calculation, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you the calculation I'm doing, because this person that is typing how many words per minute, you see that question is not an issue. Let me show you what I mean. The reason why I said it's not an issue. Your essay should not be less than 250 words. Two essay length should be what? 250 words. Okay? The time that you have is what? 40 minutes. Now, divide this thing. 250 divided by 40. Please, I want you to punch your calculator. If you have a calculator with you there, punch your calculator for me. 250 divided by 40. That is 6.25. 6.25 words per minute. Okay, 6.25 words per minute, or let's just say 7 words per minute. How many minutes, how many seconds do you have in 1 minute? That's 60 seconds. Please, if you carry a 3-year-old boy, put the 3-year-old boy in front of computer and tell the 3-year-old boy to type a sentence, that boy will not have problem with typing 7 words per minute. It's not possible. 7 words per minute. My name is Tayo. I live in Nigeria. That's 8 words. Okay, so let me type like a small boy. My name is Tayo. Full stop. I live in Nigeria. Have I spent up to 1 minute? I have not. I've not even spent up to 30 seconds. So this issue of words per minute is not the issue. The issue is what? Practice. Practice so that you can get to a point where you can write, you have the idea. Let me tell you the truth. If you have the idea, if you have a clear idea of what to write, typing out your essay can never be a problem. That's the fact. If you know what you want to write, typing will not be a problem. So if somebody is slow with typing essays on the exam day on the computer, it is not because their speed is slow. It's because they don't know what to write. That's the problem. It's because you don't know what to write. So how do I know what to write? You know what to write by what? By preparing yourself before the exam day. You practice writing essays. Practice generating ideas for your essays. You understand? There's something that I mentioned during our training. I call it idea generation drill. There's a lesson on that, how to generate ideas for your task 2 essays. So when you practice generating ideas, you practice constructing paragraphs and sentences and essays, you will eventually get to a point where writing 250 words in 40 minutes will not be, you are not even going to sweat about that. So typing fast is not a problem. Just get that out of your mind. The problem is what? Do I know what I even want to write? If you don't know what you want to write, then there's a problem. If you know what to write, then writing it out, typing it out is going to what? It's going to be as easy as a piece of cake, ladies and gentlemen. Or like some people say, it's going to be as easy as a walk in the park. Okay? So essay writing should not give us worries. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you get my point. Please let me know whether you understand what I just explained now. If you understand my point, I want you to type in the chat box, I get your point. I want you to just drop a message. Let me know whether you guys are following. Let me know whether you are still with me. Let me know whether you understand. If you have any question, please feel free to drop your question. I will address any question you put in. I will address the question as we go on. All right, Moyo, are you still with me?
Yes, coach, I'm still here.
All right, so let's look at another aspect of your essay. So you typed your essay. Which one did you do first? Was it task 1 or task 2?
Task 2.
Very good. I like that. I always tell people to start with task 2. It's extremely important. Moyo, let me see whether you remember. Why is it good to start with task 2?
Because it takes a larger proportion of your mark.
Thank you. Task 2 accounts for 67% of your scores. So if you don't finish the task 2, the possibility of getting a good score will be reduced. I know somebody that did IELTS. The person spent about 50 minutes on task 2. By the time she started task 1, the only thing that she wrote in task 1 was introduction. Moyo, guess what this person scored in IELTS writing? She scored 7.0. 7.0.
Jesus Christ.
And the only thing she wrote in task 1 was what? Introduction. Now, if we flip that, let's assume that she did task 1 very well. And the only thing that she now wrote in task 2 is introduction. It's not possible to score 7.0. Not possible. The best she would have scored would have been maybe 6.0. 6.0. So always start with what? Task 2. Do a good job with task 2. And what? After that, you can now move to task 1. So Moyo, did you finish your task 1? Let me ask that.
Yes, I finished.
You finished it. And
And immediately, yes,
you had time to check your essay for
yes,
corrections?
yes.
Very good.
Especially
So,
tax 2. And thank God that I even like checked, because I noticed that when I was typing, like I missed some spellings. So luckily, and even when I was even reading, I was like, Moyosade, what did you even type? What's the meaning of this? Like I have to start correcting,
so you had time to
rephrasing my
correct.
sentence.
Wow.
Yes,
Very
I
good.
had time to correct.
Very good. So that's another good thing about computer-based. When you correct your mistakes, it will be neater. It will be neater, and I mean, it's not like Biro that you are going to be painting something and what's it called. All right. So somebody is writing something there. I need to check it out. Somebody said, I have a friend who doesn't know much about computers, little or no typing at all. She's so afraid of this new development because she just started preparing for IELTS. There's nothing to be afraid of. Or let me say it this way. This is what I usually tell people. Okay. So, Henrietta, I want you to go and talk to your friend and tell her that this is what I said. Okay? Tell her that if she's afraid, it's normal. Anybody who wants to do IELTS that is not afraid of IELTS, that person is a suspect. That person is not normal. That person is abnormal. He's a suspect. We need to investigate that person. If you are afraid of IELTS, you are normal. He's in a good category. He's in a good class. Majority of people that want to do IELTS are usually afraid of it. That's it. Moyo, let me see. Were you afraid of IELTS before you started?
Yeah, I was.
People, if you someone that's not afraid, that the person is not normal. We need to check the person. So tell your friend Henrietta that what is normal to be afraid. Now, if the person is afraid of computer-based, tell the person that it's normal to be afraid of computer-based. There's no issue with it. The issue that she needs to now deal with is what? How can I overcome my fear? Listen, everybody, fears are meant to be overcome. Very important. Your fears are not designed to stop you. Somebody says, I'm afraid of doing this, and then because of that, you will not do it. No. The job of fear is for you to say, oh yeah, come, I'm going to overcome you. That's the job of fear. So if somebody says, I am afraid of CBT, your job is to sit down and say, okay, exactly what is it about this CBT that I'm afraid of? People have done it and they've gotten band 9. So how many heads do they have? They have one head. I have one head. How many hands did they use to type? They have 2 hands. Me too, I have 2 hands. How many fingers did they use? I have 10 fingers. Me too, I have 10 fingers. So what's the issue? I just need to sit down with my computer and do what? And practice. So the issue is not, don't let the fear stop you. Ladies and gentlemen, go and sit down with your computer and begin to practice. Open Notepad. There's something on the computer called Notepad. Let me share my sticky notes. Sticky note. Let me share this stuff with you on my phone. You see this thing here? I'm going to share it with you. You'll see it. How do I share this now? I'm going to share my entire screen. You guys will see my entire screen now. If you type, I think you can see my entire screen now. So there's a Windows button on my keyboard. If I tap that Windows button and I type sticky notes, STI notes, okay? It's going to bring out that app. All Windows computer have this particular application. So just click on sticky notes and then the sticky note will open and then you're going to see something that looks like this yellow stuff, this yellow button, this yellow pad. I believe you can see the yellow pad. Let me be sure you're seeing what I'm saying. Yes, you can see this yellow pad on the right side of my screen. You'll see this stuff and then you can type your essay. Just practice typing your essay. It has been observed in many parts of the world that children are becoming overweight. This is because, and you see, I'm just typing. That's it. You practice typing. The more you practice, the better you get, ladies and gentlemen. So please, don't be afraid of what? Don't be afraid of computer-based. To be honest, computer-based is actually good. It's to the advantage of candidates, to be honest. That's what I found out. It is to their, for many reasons, which I'm not going to talk about here for now because of our time. But computer-based is actually to the advantage of candidates. And then it's also good for the exam bodies because it's actually cheaper than paper-based. Hope you get my point. So please, practice is very, very important. All right. Somebody says, are you using an app that will correct? No, don't use an app that will correct your spelling mistakes. That's why you should not use Microsoft Word. You notice I did not use Microsoft Word. I said use sticky notes. Either you use sticky notes or you use Notepad. Those are the things, those are the apps that you don't use. Don't use Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word will be telling you your spelling mistakes. In fact, some people have Microsoft Word AI now on their system that will be telling them grammar mistakes. That one will not help you. So use sticky notes or use Notepad. Somebody said, please, how did she say reading appears on the screen? I didn't get that clearly. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the link to the IELTS CBT app. There's a particular link I have that I send to people. So I'm going to share it with you, and then you can just click the website and go to that site and see what it looks like. You probably need to register and then you practice a particular reading test. So you see what it looks exactly like that. I'll share the link in our free WhatsApp group. Somebody said that in computer-based, do you need to count words? I don't know, Moyo, how did you do the word count? Moyo, are you still there? Okay, she has gone off. All right, let me. Moyo.
Hello, coach. Yeah.
Yes. So I said, how did you do the
Hello,
word
can you hear
count?
me?
How did you do the word count?
The word count is there already.
It's going to
So
be
as you are
appearing on your
typing,
screen.
it's counting by itself.
Can you
Yes.
see? It's going to
Yes.
be showing automatic. Can you see another benefit of computer-based over paper-based? For paper-based, you are going to be the one to manually count yourself. But for computer-based, as you are typing, the computer will be telling you the number of words that you have written. Can you see? Makes your exam easier for you. Makes everything easier for you. So computer-based is to our benefits, ladies and gentlemen. Let us adjust our mind and accept it and just practice writing and get used to how this thing will work on the exam day. Okay? So let's look at the last part, Moyo. Speaking. How did you do your IELTS speaking? How did it go? Was he a Nigerian that interviewed you or an Indian or a Briton? What kind of examiner interviewed you?
It was a Nigerian, no.
A Nigerian. Is
like,
he Igbo or
like it was,
Yoruba?
yes.
Igbo.
I don't know, but she looks like a Yoruba lady.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Was it computer, was it virtual or face to face?
Face to face.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Many people prefer face to face, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Face to face is no longer common. But whatever the case, whether
Yes,
it's
it was face
computer
to
based or face to face, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be treated well. All right. Somebody says, where did you do your exam? Is it Lagos or Ibadan?
Lagos.
Lagos.
Bagada.
Lagos, Bagada. All right. Okay. So for your speaking, just give us an overview. How did the speaking go? Tell us, how did it go?
Okay, so this was it. Immediately I entered the room.
Yeah.
The way she was speaking, I was just laughing. Because her
Why were
intonation
you
was funny,
laughing?
like she's speaking well.
She what?
But, like her intonation was good, like it was perfect. So it's just like I'm communicating with an English lady.
Wow.
So I was just laughing that hey, I don't enter my own today. So but she was friendly, she was just smiling. I was like, okay. Then the first part, she asked me about my work.
Okay.
She asked me about the challenges about my work. Then I told her. Then the next question, the next part, boom. Do you love to smile? I said that was
Uh,
that was
because
the
you
next
were
one. I was like,
smiling too
is this
much. That's why she
coincidence?
asked you that question.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe it was a coincidence, or maybe it was what was written there. But I don't know. Or maybe she was just trying to be funny. I can't even explain. She just asked me serious questions on about smiling.
Okay.
Because I was like, isn't that how I was making jest of her in my mind or what? Because that was what practically that was what I was doing. I was just
Okay.
making jest of her and her
You said,
intonation.
do you love to
That,
smile? What did
lady,
they ask
calm down.
you?
Now you be Nigeria. Why they talk like
What did she ask you for part two? Do you remember the question she asked you for part two?
she asked me about okay, she asked me about my work. Then
Okay.
she asked them like follow-up questions on my work, like the challenges.
Okay, the challenge.
Yes, she asked about a challenge. Yes. Challenge a challenge that I overcame in my workplace.
Okay.
And she asked the questions about if like should parents encourage their children to take on a challenging role.
Hmm.
Then in my own case, yes, that will I do I love to be challenged? And I told her and I gave her reasons.
Okay.
Then she asked me, then on that children issue, I told her that fine, I'm married, but I haven't given birth yet. But
Okay.
I would love to because my mom do challenge us. So then she asked that like at the frequency. And I told her that she should like we should try as much as possible to allow them rest, digest whatever challenges we've given them before doing another one. So then like okay, now she now rephrased it and now she was not like, is that what you meant? And I said yes.
So
Okay, no problem.
did you
I, I
did you get any question that threw you off balance?
no, it's just like to me, like what you usually say that we should like make them friend.
Yes. Treat
Yes,
the
I guess
partner
that
as a
maybe that was
friend.
why I was laughing.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
maybe
so
that was why I was laughing.
when the person said, do you like smiling? What was your answer? What did you tell the person?
Yes, I told her that I love to smile a lot. So she was like, I can see the hilarious expression on her face. And
Hmm.
now no concern me. I was just smiling, just shining my teeth. And she
Okay.
too, she's shining her own teeth. So we're both shiny teeth.
Now
So
you
that was,
see,
but she was just
I,
very,
I think I think there's a strategy you have used there. There's something I always like to in my personal classes with people. One of my voice notes, one of the things I emphasize in that voice note is that when you are doing your speaking interview, smile is extremely important. Ladies and gentlemen, a smile, there's one quote I read sometimes ago. The person said that the most beautiful makeup a woman can wear on her face is a smile. So this is not just for women, it's for men also. You should learn to smile. Why? Because a smile can disarm any examiner. So when you enter into the exam hall and you are smiling at the person, the person will first of all think, wait, what's going on here? The person will a little bit will loosen up their guards. So smile. Number one, that smile will turn that examiner into your friend, and the person will be a little bit more lenient with you. That's just it. So you cannot overemphasize this issue of what? Starting your health speaking on a jovial, friendly footing. And how can you do that? Number one, enter into that exam room with a smile. Okay, the examiner greets you. Respond and attach a smile to your response. Look at the examiner eye to eye. And if you are the type that doesn't like looking at people eye to eye, you can look at the person's nose or look at their ear. Don't look at the table. Please, I cannot overemphasize. Don't look at the table. Some people will be looking at the table. No, don't. That's wrong. That's not good body language. It's even going to affect your coherence and fluency. Okay? So please, either look at the person's eyes or look at their nose or look at their ear, Hair. Just something around their head to show that what you have a good dose of confidence. It helps you to disarm that examiner and to make that person your friend. Very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have said a lot. I don't know if anybody has any questions to ask. I think all the questions that people have asked. So, okay, somebody said, did you write British Council or IDP? Which one did you do out of the two?
British Council.
British Council. Wow, very good. I too, I took
Yes.
British Council IELTS, and I think I had 7.5 then. So you see, we had the same score in IELTS speaking. We had the same score in IELTS speaking. Yeah, I also had 9.0 in my IELTS listening. Okay. But for IELTS reading, I had 9.0. You had 7.0, I think. So, but then once again, a big congratulations to you. And I wish you all the best in all your
Thank you,
endeavors.
coach.
Wish you all the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up our discussion, our training for now. I believe you have learned a lot from this interactive session. You have gotten more strategies and more things to help you. For those of you who are taking your IELTS test tomorrow, I wish you all the best. Remember what I said. For your reading, make sure you start with gap filling questions, then move to, follow the order that I gave. For your IELTS writing, make sure you start with what? Start with task 2. And stay relaxed during your exam. Make sure you are relaxed. Don't let anything get you tensed up. If you are entered the exam hall and something is happening around you, try your best to shut off every distraction. You cannot afford to get distracted during the exam. Stay focused, concentrate, and I wish you all the best. So, once again, thank you very much, everybody. Moyosade, thank you very much. It's been nice chatting with you.
Then, coach, I would like to add something before we round up.
All right, go ahead, please.
Please try as much as possible to get to your exam center on time.
Okay, get to your exam center on time.
Yes, my my speaking test, I did speaking first, was scheduled to be 12:20.
Okay.
They called me around 9:30. They called me in 9:30, and it was scheduled to be 12:20.
And you were supposed to do 12:20. So
So I didn't be.
why did they call you early?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
So
So please try as much as possible to get your exam center on time.
on
And don't
time.
forget your passport. Don't forget your passport. I learned that it's 200,000. If you forgot your passport at home,
What will happen? 200,000 is what?
200,000 fine.
Oh,
Fine.
you are going to pay 200,000?
Yes, as a fine.
Oh my God. That's serious.
Yes.
Okay, so please, those of you doing exam tomorrow, go and pack your passport to make sure you put it on your table tomorrow morning.
It's
First,
just your passport and your biro.
just
That's all what they need.
they don't
Your
need
passport and
they
your
don't need
biro. That's
your there's a mail they used to send. Do they need that mail?
yes, that you don't need to bring anything.
Just bring
Even
it.
if you bring photocopy, they will ask you to drop it, that they don't need it.
They don't need
They
it.
will give you sheet of paper. Even if you want A4 paper, they will give it to you.
They will give
Though
it.
they will collect it back.
You don't need pencil. You don't need
It's just
eraser.
your biro and your passport. Please don't forget to,
Just your biro and your
because
passport.
they nearly sent a guy back.
They nearly sent a guy back because of
Yes,
that. Wow.
yes, he forgot his passport. He came with e-passport on his phone. Now, like, yeah, you since you are not serious, don't worry, go and bring it. So immediately he stepped out.
Wow.
Immediately he stepped out. One guy was like, I'm very sure maybe his mother's prayer. His mother's prayer was very, very on him, very, very active. So
Yeah.
a guy walked up to him, one of the maybe
Invigilators.
examiner.
Yeah.
Yes, walked up to him that you should not say anything. That even at the gate, you should not tell anybody that is going back home to go and take his passport. That if you should say anything, they will mark his name and he will pay that 200,000 fine. Yes.
So he now went home to bring the passport.
He just went home. Then his time has already passed, like maybe 1 hour ago. So he's just coming out like, we've been calling you since where were you? He was like, hey, I'm sorry, I forgot my passport, blah blah blah. He was just explaining himself.
I
Like,
get
okay,
that.
you
I
just
get
sit
that
down.
strategy. So they
And
just
so just sit down, like
treated it
we'll
as a
call
late
you, we'll
comer.
find they are just yes. They are just making series calls upon calls for approval before you could be allowed.
Wow. Hey, yeah.
So please don't forget your passport. It's just your passport and your biro,
that's all.
please.
What color of
Your
biro?
phone,
Black
everything,
or
all your
blue?
bags, they want you to put it in one place.
Okay. Is it blue biro or black biro or green biro?
Anyone, even it's red biro, anyone you want to use. So far
Anyway,
you are
they drink.
So far you are comfortable with it.
Somebody told me that in IDP, there is a particular IDP center where they will give you biro. So maybe British Council has not started that. So, but whatever the case, whenever you're going for your exam, go with a blue pen or black pen. Any one of the two, either blue or black. For people that are doing paper-based. If you are doing computer-based, it doesn't matter the color. Whether you like, if you like carry white biro to exam, or you are not writing anything. So I think that's about all I would have to say. So once again, thank you very much, everybody, for your time. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm going to be doing a training class on IELTS reading. I'm going to be solving a full reading test. Same time tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 8 p.m. Nigeria time tomorrow. So join me tomorrow. We are going to be doing a full reading test, and we are going to be starting our IELTS reading boot camp. It's going to run for 40 days. Every day, I'm going to be doing IELTS reading exercises every day with you guys for 40 days. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do that boot camp and you fail IELTS reading, in fact, you cannot fail. It's not possible. It's not possible. Because I'm going to be doing video classes like this every day for 40 days. I'm going to be solving questions every day. So if you want to join that class, reading boot camp, send me a message. I'm going to give you more information about it. But meanwhile, tomorrow's class is free on IELTS reading. Let's meet once again tomorrow night for our class on IELTS reading. Somebody says, I have a question. Just type your question. Just type your question. Don't say I have it. Just type it. Just type the question. I will pick the question and answer the question. Just type your question if you have a question. Okay, somebody says I should remember to drop the sites for the CBT practice. No problem. Just send me a message in the group. I will remember to drop the question. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to meet again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely night rest. Moyosade, thank you very much. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you, coach.
All right.